Hey guys, I'm GreenFly and we are doing another video. Of course we're doing another video. Why wouldn't we be doing another video? So pretty much as you can see in the title, we're going to be doing reverse colour. Now what exactly is going to be the reverse colour? Well, for you see, there is a book that I've seen on Amazon. I've actually seen it on a few people's channels and everything else. But it's a whole book pretty much on reverse colouring. It's pretty much just a bunch of colour, random patches of colour, and pretty much what you can do is you're pretty much drawing the line work exclusively to see what you actually see. For example, it's kind of like clouds, how maybe you see something like maybe see a dragon, maybe see a car, maybe some weird kind of creature, or maybe you just see a goldfish. That's pretty much how it's going to work. So pretty much what I'm going to do is, instead of using the book, I'm taking an idea of it, and I think it'd be pretty cool to do. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make my own coloured ones. You probably might wondering, okay, but won't you kind of understand like what I'm going to be doing? Well, you see, I'm going to be trying doing the colour blindfolded. Yeah, so pretty much I'm going to set it up in a way so pretty much I can't see what colours I pick and try and do it that way. I think what I'll do is I'll at least do two, see how they turn out to blindfolded, and then at least do the third one I can see and just do splodges and some random colours is just whatever I feel and pick. And then just decipher what is in this drawing. Maybe it's a tiger, maybe it's a plane, maybe it's a vehicle, maybe a person, or maybe something cool, you know, or maybe a landscape. That's kind of what's cool about this idea. It's really kind of cool. I quite like the idea. So anyway, let's dive into it. Let's start making these things, and yeah. Let's start setting this thing up, shall we? Hey, so pretty much we got everything that's set. It's all set up. I have some watercolors. I've decided to get some cheap ones because I didn't want to ruin the ones that I currently have. That would be really bad if I ruined them. So I decided, let's do this. Kind of my blindfold. Got the water, everything's set up, and I've got my blindfold as well. The thing I've noticed as well is though the mic's going to be kind of in the way. Not exactly great, but hey, what are you going to do? You're going to get to something. So pretty much, while this is doing the recording thing, I've also got my blindfold. This is going to be my blindfold. I'm using a black t-shirt, so I won't be able to see anything. Also, I won't be wearing my glasses either, so yeah, not able to see too much. So this is going to be fun. I'll see how this goes. Like I said, I'm only going to do two of these like this, and then the third one, well, we'll see. We'll see how many we'll do two, see how they turn out, and at least the third one, I'll see what I'm doing, so it'll be a lot easier. So let's jump right doing this to see how I get on. So yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay, so pretty much with my blindfold on, it was time to pretty much do this. So what was my experience doing this? This was interesting. I've never really done anything like this blindfolded at all. This was suggested by a friend of mine. Said, hey, maybe you should do it like this. And the reverse colours. I went, okay, sure, we'll give it a shot and see that. How did they feel doing this? It was disorientating. It was very, very disorientating. Pretty much I'm glad that I got some cheap watercolours because I didn't want to ruin some other ones when I was just trying to get certain colours or whatever. But what was probably good about this, at least, is the randomness. Is I have no idea what colours I was going to pick. I don't know what I was going to put down. I didn't even know how well the watercolours were going to work. They kind of worked okay, pretty much. But I pretty much learned shortly after that they didn't cover as much as I wanted to. So yeah, there is that. Reveal myself in 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Oh, I can barely see this, by the way. Oh, 2 seconds. Oh, my finger is colour. Oh, I am so glad. I'm already so glad that I'm disoriented as hell. Oh my god, I'm so glad. You know what? This could have looked a lot worse. This could have looked a hell of a lot worse. But the problem is, and I do see this as a big problem already, I do see it, is that you don't see, there's not enough colour in the one spot. Some of the colours have mixed quite nicely. I've just realised, what ones have I picked? Blue, there's red, somehow I got red, I got blue, I got orange, I got green. This is, wow, blind art, literally blind, but quite consistent. However, I stayed in the one bit. I tried to touch multiple bits, but that's my first blind one. I'm going to let this dry, and then, yeah. I think I'm definitely going to need the one that's going to be kind of thingy for this, but maybe I'll do what I can actually see. But you know what? No, you know what? I'll do the second one like this as well. We'll see how it turns out. And yeah, so I'll let this dry first, and yeah, we'll jump to the next one as well. So this is going to be interesting. This is already unexpected. This is unexpected. Not sure what I'm going to be drawing out of this, but hey, that's the challenge. Okay, so pretty much the second one of doing this, blindfolded, didn't go much better. I thought that maybe I wetted them. I wetted it a bit more, but I pretty much soon will discover after when I revealed myself to see how much progress I did. Didn't really cover as much as I was liking to. So yeah, not what I wanted, but the good thing though, at least about it doing this was I didn't know what colours I was going to put down at all, and I do generally mean that. So it's definitely cool, because then you're like, okay, so what did blindfolded me? What colours did I pick? Which were the ones that was in through my head? So I tried to pick as many different colours as possible and tried to spread out as much as I possibly can. It's blindfolded. So yeah, because it's obviously, it's like, oh, how much did I think? I thought maybe I did quite a lot, but in my mind that's what I thought, but turns out no, not really. So pretty much what I ended up doing is, after I did the blindfold thing, I decided, you know what, I'm going to remove the blindfold and I'm going to just add that little bit extra colour that I did when it was blindfolded. So I still used the same colours that the ones that I'd put down. I just built upon a little bit more. Just a little bit more that was there, so that way I had something to kind of work with. So it's half blindfolded after we kind of added the rest of the remaining colour just to give it, you know, something to work with this. So yeah. Okay, so pretty much for this little quick thing, this as well, I decided I'm going to speed these kind of things up. This is for the third and final one. This is me completely conceived. I just picked whatever colours I felt like. I just kind of explored them, whatever. Did like little strokes, lines, splats, whatever. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I mean, I didn't really think of it at the time, but yeah, I'll have to think about it later once this is dry. So yeah. Okay, now that these are all dry, all three of them are completely dry, I can finally make a start. So we'll make a start on the first one. That was the first one I started with first, and this is completely blindfolded. So pretty much when I had a look at this, I didn't obviously have much to work with. I was like, you know what, this would be a good little starter one, so I can get a feel of how I'm going to be doing these kind of drawings and stuff like that. But obviously you're adding the line work, you're seeing, what do you see? So the first thing I kind of saw was this, like, obviously red blob stuff, like stroke thing at first. But then I more looked and went, this looks like an intergalactic starship of some kind, but obviously maybe a bit more futuristic and stuff like that. It's got these weird kind of sections that kind of split off each kind of bit. And the more I kind of looked at it and the more that I kept adding with the lines, I'm like, yeah, this actually looks like a weird kind of galactic starship that is flying off into outer space. And weirdly, with the strokes and that I had done pretty much blindfolded, this worked pretty well. This is quite an easy one little to do. I was like, okay, quite happy with this. So then it was pretty much to look at the other ones to see which ones I can do next. So the next bit that I kind of saw was this like big blue splodge at there, and I was like, well, half of it was there, but half of it wasn't. And then I went, what if it was an ancient kind of city, you know, some kind of weird kind of city? I was kind of going on also thinking of going, wait a minute, what if it was a space city, you know? And then I kind of went, well, I kind of been thinking of Dead Space. I don't know why I was thinking, but like this could be some kind of colony or something at one point, and unfortunately something's obviously happened, disastrous or stuff like that, and half of it is just being blown up to smithereens, and it's just kind of left there lifeless and stuff, like just that like empty husk of once it once was. And I'm like, this could work, this could really work. So I ended up just kind of some kind of like weird kind of, well, not really smoke, I guess. What is there smoke in space? I don't know, I guess there is kind of some dust and whatever of that. So the next thing I had to look at is this weird kind of blue to purple kind of pinkish kind of colour that was there. And the more I kind of looked at it, I was like, I see kind of a face, some kind of weird face creature thing. And when I was just kind of looking about and thinking, I'm like, well, this is a weird kind of worm creature, but wasn't quite. It was also kind of like
You know how kind of there's like whales that have like these filters and stuff like that. They try and get like plankton. I guess that's space plankton. So this kind of weird worm creature that's just majestically doing a little back turn and trying to get his food in the day. So that's where I pretty much would solve this one. Quite an easy one to do. I quite like this one. So the last bit I had to work with this was the weird orange blob. I didn't really too sure with it, but the thing I kept was space crystals. That's it. Literally some floating space crystals that just happened to be there. I really couldn't think of anything else, but that was the thing that just popped in my head. Space crystals. Plain as do. So this one actually turned out pretty nice. Nice for a little dabble. Nice to go. So yeah. Okay, now we're on to the second one. A little bit more that has been added to this one. Half of the blindfold, half of me adding the rest of the colours and stuff like that to see what I can come up with this one. So, I wasn't sure the direction I was going for these, but the first thing I kind of saw was this kind of weird, kind of spite kind of thing that I kind of done, and I kind of weirdly saw another face. I saw a face again. I'm like, okay, this could be interesting. So I was kind of thinking a weird kind of spite monster hedgehog kind of thing. I don't know why that was in, but I was thinking Sonic the Hedgehog for some reason. Don't know why. That's what I saw. Kind of a weird spite kind of creature and stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, this could be it. This could be some kind of weird kind of creature. Very small face, but it's very spiky fur. Something you would definitely not want to think me. But the actual body is probably going to be, would be much smaller, obviously, because... you can't really judge it, but hey, that's the whole point. Big spikes and spines and stuff. So the next bit that I was doing was working on was this little corner here, this kind of green bit that I had to work with. And weirdly, when I kept looking at it and looking at it, I see kind of like a weird old man with a big, like a beard. He's got a big, thing we know. He's got these kind of weird kind of humps. It's kind of, can't really see his eyes, but like his forehead's like quite big. And he's kind of like just I don't know what that creature is exactly. Can't quite remember, but he's also kind of hunched over, and he's got a big body and stuff like that. I can't quite remember, but I was thinking of pretty much that film that Disney done. I think it was I can't remember. Was the Hunchback or something? I think it was the Hunchback. I can't remember the movie, but that was what I was thinking in my head when doing that one. So the next one I was doing was pretty much this little pink little. This is where the whole thing diversified completely. Some weird two drawings to then an actual theme. So I saw a fish, some kind of weird kind of happy little fish that's something doesn't look kind of like he's cute. Really? I guess I was actually kind of like this, but this actually turned out cuter than I was thinking. Kind of like weird kind of thingy fish, but something that maybe we'd find really, really deep down in the ocean, stuff like that. But he's just a happy wee guy. He's just a happy wee fish floating about. Don't know what kind of fish he is, because small little beady eyes, little flippers, and he's just kind of swimming away. So the next thing I had to work with is this big red splotch here. And I actually did see something. I started to see a pattern. I don't know what, but I started to see some kind of futuristic submarine kind of, but maybe not of by human making. I kind of saw something with weird kind of pincers. I don't know what was going on, but as soon as the more that I did this, the more that I started to see things. I was definitely getting into a rhythm, and it was definitely getting to the point where I was like, okay, I'm getting used to this. This is good. This is really fun. I was like, I'm getting to see more and more and more of what I'm actually getting to make here. This is really cool. So pretty much the thing in the middle that I decided to see is I actually unfortunately clipped a bit out when I was trying to record. Not great, but pretty much I saw kind of something, some kind of like ruins, a cliff face that you would see kind of the bottom of the kind of the ocean, because it was quite blue, and I thought that's probably what you would see. So I pretty much added those little bits. I also added the temple as well, and there was also going to be a little rocket ship. You'll see that later on as the final reveals, but fortunately it cut out when they had the filming. Not great, I know, but what are you going to do? Not much I can do. Whoops, I'll try and make sure that I get the whole thing next time. So the next thing I did, as you can see here, this pink kind of thing that's coming out. jellyfish. I weirdly saw a jellyfish instantly when I saw this. It was kind of this big, giant, majestic jellyfish, very old. I don't know how old jellyfish. They apparently can live for immortal sometimes. Who knows? But that's what I saw for that one. And the last bit in the top left corner, I saw some kind of serpents and stuff like that. He had a weird kind of face and something, almost like a mask and like thing, almost like the ocean or something. I have no idea, but I was going for it. Right, it is time for the final one that I have. One that I completely I seen what was there, I know what colours was going down, but I just picked it random. I didn't really plan anything. That's kind of the whole point. You just slap some colours and see where you come up. Maybe it's something cool, maybe you won't, who knows. But with this, I kind of struggled a little bit what I was going for. There was various things I could have drawn out this, but I ended up settling for this side. I was going to flip it to something else, but I kept flipping out, you know what, I see a bit more on this side. See, we'll go with this, who knows. Weirdly, when I kept drawing this, it kept kind of forming another weird, strange planet of some sort. There were some parts that were normal, definitely, that's for sure. And then there were some parts, the bottom half looked normal and the top half looked a bit weird. There's some floating red orbs that were kind of like some kind of weird like, if you flipped it around, I'm going to be honest, like some kind of weird tree or mushroom or something. There was many different things and I kept looking at it. The more that I kind of drew, I was like, I kind of like this could be here, this could be here as well, who knows. But I do like this challenge. It's really cool because you don't know what you're going to come up with at the end of the day. There could be absolutely anything that you could be drawing in this, but I guess that's cool about it. You might draw something completely different than what I drew, so maybe you've seen not what I saw, but maybe you've seen something else in it. So heck, maybe even pause the video and see what you see. Maybe have a look at it and go, oh, actually I can see that, I'll flip it around. You never know. You never know what you'll get at the end of the day. That's what's going to be cool with it. So pretty much as I'm finished up here the last wee bits, I kind of see this weird kind of shadow, this like giant extraction machine kind of at the far back, extracting minerals from like the planet. I don't know what I was going for, but that's what I kind of had in my head at the time when I kind of saw some kind of weird alien technology. The other thing I saw with these weird orbs and stuff like that as well, I actually, the more that I kind of looked at these, I went, these might look some kind of weird creatures that may be incubating or thing, and they're waiting to hatch out one day. Of what? I don't know what they're going to be. So of course, at last, I added some little finishes touches with a white marker, and yeah, that just kind of helps us a bit, and that's us done.
Well, there we are. We are done. The reverse colour challenge kind of thing from the kind of idea from the book, pretty much, that I've kind of seen other people do. So pretty much I had a lot of fun doing this. This was really cool. It was really cool trying to decipher the colours and stuff like that. What did I see exactly? What kind of shapes did I see? Did I see a spaceship? Did I see some kind of aquatic creature? Did I see some kind of scenery? Did I see something? It was really cool. Like I kind of said, that it's kind of thing of like, you're seeing clouds, what the shapes are, but this time you're drawing them and stuff like that. You're drawing the outlines and what is it that you see in the colours, you know? Almost like a Rorschach test and stuff like that. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. This was really cool doing this. I will admit the kind of blindfold thing at the beginning kind of worked a little bit. I mean, to be fair, I definitely would have not picked those colours for them. So I'm glad I did those two. And then pretty much the third one, I just kind of picked the colours that just came from what I can think of. So pretty much I really liked all of these kind of pieces that I did. But if I was to pick which one that I kind of liked overall, then you would think, oh, it'd be the last one, the kind of grand finale. Well, pretty much it's actually this one, this second one that I done. The one that I didn't even pick the colours for overall. Now yes, I did go over it a little bit to add a little bit more colour to patches because it was quite difficult with the kind of watercolours to get a good surface and everything. But to be fair, I didn't pick the colours, like I was blindfolded, I had no idea what the colours were. So it kind of gave it a bit more of like randomness and everything else. So, but this one I like the most, if I'm going to be honest. I actually really like this one. I will admit the first two bits at the beginning were kind of weird kind of land creatures, but then the rest of it kind of turned into its own little scene, you know, the underwater kind of scene. I've not really done anything like that before, so quite like the second one. So this was a really cool idea. I really enjoyed this. I would definitely consider even doing it yourself. It's pretty easy to set up. You just kind of slap some watercolors on, let that dry, and then pretty much see what you can. What do you see? Do you see something there? Do you see a creature? Do you see a scenery? Do you see a bird? Do you see a plane? Do you see Superman? But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm GreenFly, this is Foolish. This has been really cool, I really enjoyed this, and I recommend you guys try it as well. Trust me, it's a lot of fun, and it's pretty easy to set up as well. Not too difficult either. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Till then, take care. See you later.